Happy holidays, happy holidays. Y102.Dirge. Coming to you live today from Dirge Local. We've got a special shout out to all of our favorite fans, we're gonna say later in the broadcast today. But first, we've got a tale for you. Something we read straight out of the Red Line Press as of late. You're not gonna believe this one. Story about a guy named Geist. Stick around.
What's up? Welcome back to another supplemental content feature for Mythcraft Podcast.
Now full of more folic acid and vitamin B12.
In this surplus episode, we will be listening to Roger, Mal, and Andy in some of their character shenanigans on the train ride to Granite Bay, along with a handful of NPCs, in particular, Elix's children.
Excuse me, children, if you're going to be staring at me, you may as well ask a question. Do you have some problem with me? It seems like you've been eyeing my single horn for some time. It's beginning to creep me out.
Going to ask why you only had one horn, but I didn't want to be rude, and you seem a little bit, I don't quite know the right word. Frightening is a little bit strong. I wouldn't go that far.
Broody. You can just say he's odd.
Broody. Odd.
Fine. I was just contemplating what would happen if I flew out of this train, this remarkably fast-moving vehicle, if it just came to a sudden stop.
Right, because that's a perfectly normal thing to think about.
I would imagine you'd splatter on the tracks.
Well,
Why?
I don't think I would. I think everyone else would, but I think I'd be fine.
Because you're built different.
I think that's a remarkably succinct way to put it. Yes, I think that's... Mechanically, there seems to be something different about my build.
No, I think I'd be okay too, actually. I'm pretty sturdy.
Do you work out? You've been lifting a lot of weights? What do you do for exercise? Is this what kids talk about?
I mean, I do work out. I do sports ball at school, and
what's your favorite sports ball? What's your favorite in-world sports ball?
What's a sports ball?
Wait. I think they're going to tell us.
Your face is turning kind of red. You're right.
Hacky volley.
I think I've heard of that.
Hacky
But
volley.
remind me the rules.
Explain it to me like I've never heard of it before, because I haven't.
Right, so there's this net, and it's way up high, and you're in teams of 3, and you have to kick this little beanbag over the net without using your hands. And if it falls on the ground, then the other team gets a point.
That sounds an awful lot like volley hack to me.
And it's also not a ball.
Never heard of volley hack.
Alfie.
It must be a regional thing.
What's a bean bag?
It's a little bag full of beans.
Yeah, I was
I'm
going to
just
say
messing
that.
with you. I do know what those are.
To answer your original question, I only have one horn because I don't have 2. Is that a good enough answer for you?
Not really, but if you're not going to give me another one, then I won't press.
I was cursed by an evil hag when I was a young boy.
She's immediately fixated on you again.
A young boy.
Yes, my father took me into the woods. Because we didn't have cities at the time to watch the marching bands.
To see a band of owls.
If you 2 small children are still so infatuated with me and my appearance, well, here, let me...
I'm 18 years old, I'll have you know.
Small. Physically, that is. Have you been getting your supplements?
He's almost as tall as you.
I think, yeah. I would venture to say he's taller than you, even.
Well, stand up then. Let's check.
Alfie will stand up. His head goes higher than yours, but lower than the tip of your horn.
Well, almost it looks like, but not quite. Have you considered growing a horn, becoming cursed by some individual, and maybe manifesting one?
If I were to do that, what exactly? I have to go into the woods and meet an evil hag?
There's many ways to go about growing a miscellaneous horn. That is probably one of the most surefire ways, yes.
His face gets a little bit green, the equivalent of a half-Trollkin blush, as he thinks about the other ways that individuals may grow horn.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't seem to be savory. You should stop that right now, lad. It's not going to get you that far. Not on this train.
Evie is slapping his arm. She's like, "Stop! I want to hear Mr. Geist's story."
What kind of
Mr.
stories?
Geist.
Yeah, well,
Tell
fine.
us a story.
Yeah, tell us a story, Mr. Geist.
Yeah, I used to sell mini books. I used to own a shop. I guess officially I still do own a shop. It's called the Whispering Winds. Have you ever heard of it?
Wait, that you got your horn and then you started. I wasn't sure we finished the thread with the hag. Like how did the
You
hag
better
give
buckle up. We will be finishing very few threads today.
She squirms around and puts her chin on her hands, so she's just watching as you're spinning your yarn.
Fine. Well, we should at least get some snacks before we settle in. I make my own granola. Would anyone like some?
Do not take him up on his granola offer.
It's pretty good. So I don't know why you would say that, Rendo.
Because no one knows how old it is.
I made this just before we left.
Well, that's age has never stopped me with granola.
You almost lost me there, boy. That seemed to be a problem. But fine. Do children still like fairy tales if I tell you something grim and dark and something dreary? Something that maybe hits closer to home than you would like, but it imparts a lesson at the end.
Rendo leans forward in his seat, but is trying to act nonchalant about, like, not actually being interested, but...
Evie is thoroughly enraptured.
Well, once upon a time, in a land remarkably similar, yet legally distinct from our own, there was a mountain range. We'll call them yes, I think they were called the Mist Stabbers. Very close to a city that was called Lurch. And in these Mist Stabber mountains, there was a family. In fact, there were multitudes of families. They were, well, it just so happens they were elementals, like me. And they were fire elementals. Don't be confused. They were not air elementals, like I am. It's distinct.
Did they also have horns?
No. None of them had horns. That's important. Remember that.
Okay.
Well, it just so happens they had a young lad, a boy, about maybe a little bit older than you here, lad. A little bit older than you, Alfie. How old did you say you were? You say you're 14?
I'm 18.
Right. A little bit older than you, boy. And his name was Dentus, I believe. Yes, Dentus is what his name was. And he was the oldest.
A dentist?
No. We don't.
Did he like
no,
teeth?
He
I
wasn't
hate dentists.
he wasn't overly infatuated with teeth, but he had a respect for them. He
A little
always
bit
brushed his
infatuated.
teeth like a respectable amount, like the type of individual that brushed multiple times a day. But again, they didn't have to brush their teeth because this is a fantasy world, separate from where we live, legally distinct in many regards.
Lurch,
That would
Dennis,
be nice.
in the mountains. Got it.
Yes.
Dennis always
Well,
frightened me.
You're in luck because his name was Dentus, not Dentus. So you don't need to be frightened. He was actually remarkably kind, and I will say, very good looking. And he was the oldest. He was the oldest of his family. And it just so happened that, well, he was of royal birth. He was a prince among this elemental conclave. Did I say that he was good looking?
You might have.
Describe him a little bit.
No, well, he had no horns. He had no horns, and because I definitely said that he was a fire elemental, he had very, like fiery-looking appearances, hues of oranges and yellows and some reds in there, I believe, as well. And he had the skin of a killer, but like in a beautiful way that kind of shimmered in the sun.
What? Hold on. What? So
Yeah, it was-
he's a dentist, but
He's
he's
not a
a
dentist.
serial
His
killer.
name is
Killer
Dentus.
dentist.
No. He had the skin of a killer, but that just means that his skin
What-
glowed
so-
and glittered when he was in sunlight.
I wouldn't be surprised if a dentist was a serial killer.
No, so he kills people and he takes their skin
No, he was
And then he
reasonably
wears-
infatuated with teeth.
to steal
but not
people's
overly
teeth.
so. And he was attractive, but he didn't lord it above others, and he didn't do anything with other people's skins. Are we all back on the same
No,
page?
just their teeth, right? He ripped them out and made like a
No,
necklace
he
out of them.
encouraged
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
He
That's what
encouraged them to
dentists are for,
brush
right?
after
Right.
eating sugary meals, but he didn't
What
take
color
their
were his
teeth.
eyes?
And they were very beautiful, maybe the most beautiful color. It's a strange coincidence that they looked exactly like mine, that kind of off blue-gray here. But his eyelashes weren't nearly as nice as mine, or I imagine. Anyway, he was a prince.
Huh.
He was the oldest of his family, and he had a name that sounded like dentist, but there was no T at the end. That's quite clear. And it was sad, because he didn't have very much time to spend with the rest of his brothers and sisters or his family, because he was the oldest in line next to take up after the throne. He had to study, he had to pay attention to the royal court happenings and everything that was happening. All he wanted to do was spend time with his... No, not to be a dentist. I think we've got past that. He did nothing with teeth, and he did absolutely nothing with skin. I don't know where that came from, but I want to make that crystal clear. As I was saying, all he wanted to do was spend as much time as possible with his pets. He had a pet. It was a hyena. It was a hyena, and its name was Lynn. It was a female hyena named Lynn.
Why was there a hyena in the mountains?
That's so specific.
It's fantasy, I know. What will they come up with next? These books, these fairy tales. I don't know who wrote these things.
Also, what's a hyena?
It's kind of like a wolf, but also like not.
It's
It
like
has
a cat
spots.
dog with spots, and it laughs a lot. No, fairy tales, a lot of times they implement animals to represent character traits that they can get across quickly by using specific animals. So,
Okay,
like
wait a second. But yeah, what do you think this tells about them? Like, I'm just curious of your opinion.
well, hyenas are scavengers. They wait for other people to do all the hard work, and then they come along and
see.
chuckle menacingly. They don't take
Yes.
anything seriously because they're always laughing.
the s-
They're lazy, but
You're
they
very
have
well
a
read, aren't
loud...
you?
I do love to read.
Oi, guys, don't interrupt. She's telling a story.
They,
I see. You're so respectful all of a sudden, Rindo.
they have loud barks that scare away, or creepy laughs or whatever that scare away the real predators that do all the actual hunting. And then they crush bones. They do have powerful jaws. They've got that going for them.
Yeah, we've got to get past the teeth thing here. But
So this dentist fellow that ain't a dentist had a creepy laugh?
Lonely adult, not kid, but oldest son.
look, it seems you were following along at least a 60% capacity, and I'll take that. That's better than most of what I have to deal with. So yes, this individual who's not a dentist, who has beautiful skin, who isn't overly creepy about teeth, but has a pet female hyena named Lynn. But he can't spend much time with Lynn because he's so busy and focused on all of his tasks and all of his chores and taking up, the family mantle and doing everything that is expected of a young prince. Well, he was the standing picture of order. That is, until everything changed. The Fire Nation attacked. No, that's actually from a different book.
Wait, but they're
did you
fire
say the Fire
elementals.
Nation or the Flyer Nation?
Aren't
the
aren't
Air
they
Elementals.
the Fire
the,
Nation?
The Flyer Nation. I
The
think
Flyer-
that
the
is.
Air
I think that is
Elementals.
distinct enough. Wait.
Oh, then the air elementals came and
Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the Air
blew out
Elementals
all
are
the
the
fire
villains in this story?
elementals, right?
The air elementals. Allegedly,
Wait, but that's
this
you.
is not confirmed, and I don't want to feed into this type of propaganda or hearsay, but there are some versions of this tale which do allege that the air elementals, the flyer conclave, if you will,
Of course, right?
did plant some nefarious seeds. And that's what actually led this individual's younger brother to try to go into this town. I believe it was called, yes, Lurch. That is what it was called. And they took a small group of individuals and they were trying to leave the conclave. They wanted to gather support. They wanted to try to build some type of bridge or connection with the individuals that were outside of the individuals of the mountains. Outside of the, what did I say? Yes, the Mist Stabber Mountains. That was just near this town of Lurch. Well, the younger brother, let's call him Darius. Yes, I believe that is what his name was.
Darius and Dentus?
Yeah, the family had a really
Was Darius
strange naming
also a
convention.
dentist?
No, again, we've talked about this for so long now, and there's an infatuation with teeth, but it's an appropriate level of infatuation with teeth, but no one was actually a dentist in the work that they were doing besides caring about brushing multiple times a day. Are we caught
So
up?
would the Would the other one have an infatuation with?
Rabble-rousing and disappointing his father.
Rabble-rousing.
Oh.
You said nefarious earlier, like air elementals, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
air
yeah.
elementals are nefarious in this story.
In this one story, which is make-believe and shouldn't be read into whatsoever for any type of canonical sense. It's one
Right, yeah,
standing
of course.
extra and supplemental to everything else that we know to be true.
I don't know. You mentioned killer skin sparkling, so
The skin of a
Those were
killer,
the fire
right?
elementals.
Not killer skin.
Yeah, no, he stole the skin off of someone else who's a killer. He's not actually a killer.
and bedazzled it.
Wearing
Got it.
someone else's skin.
Yeah.
Rindo. That's 2 strikes.
Well, that's what you said.
Okay,
That's
that's
what
2
you said,
strikes.
mate. I'm just repeating what you said.
Yeah, I'm
How
just
am I
telling
getting
you.
a strike?
I'm
They're
just-
not getting strikes.
The first one
Why
was
am I
silent.
getting strikes?
The first one was silent. The second one is verbal. All right.
Well, how are
the
you
third
gonna-
one is
what-
physical.
I didn't know there were rules to storytelling.
Now you do.
All right,
I won't
fine.
hit children.
Go on with your story.
All right. So as I was saying, the younger brother, Darius, who is not a dentist and has a reasonable level of infatuation with teeth, does have the skin of a killer, which is beautiful, heads down with a small contingency of the rest of the flame elementals, right, the beautiful individuals, down to the city of Lurch at the base of the Miststabber Mountains. But what they found, well, it wasn't support, it wasn't care, it wasn't concern, it was nothing of the sort. In fact, they fell into some illicit dealings and some problematic endeavors. They were captured by, they were actually captured by a group of dentists, actual dentists, individuals that stole the teeth of the living. And they had terrible mottled skin. It was disgusting.
Modeled like a
Like a
hyena.
rotten apple. No, in a way. In a way, yes. But more
So
like
she's getting a strike, right?
yeah, but I can't. It's already been 3 for the young one, but I can't hit children, Rindo.
I'm just being an attentive listener.
Yes, you're very engaged.
Yeah, I'm just being an attentive listener.
Also,
Rindo.
you talked about the rules of fiction, but there's
That's
been a
2.5.
lot of exposition with no complicating incident.
What?
We're still in the rising. We haven't even hit the climax yet. We haven't even got there, right? Wait till
Can
the
we give
falling
the
action.
storyteller strikes?
You can certainly try.
the what now?
Hey, boy, what did I tell you? Calm down. All right. So where was I? I've lost my track.
Yo, I
Lurch.
don't know where you ever were.
An evil band of dentists
Yes.
corrupted the dentists.
No,
Stealing
Darius.
the teeth of
Darius.
the living.
Darius.
Yes. There was the evil band of dentists with mottled, disgusting skin that had captured young Darius and the contingency of beautiful skinned flame elementals. Well, obviously, our hero, our protagonist, our beautiful, beautiful protagonist with a reasonable respect for teeth and dental ecology, goes to the rescue of his younger brother. This is the audience participation. What do you think happened to our hero when he descended the Misstabbing Mountains and went down to the city of Lurch?
He got stabbed in the mist, and his teeth were stolen by evil dentists that looked like hyenas.
Okay, that's a pretty good start, actually. Yes, next. Elix, what do you think happened?
Oh, I gave up paying attention a while ago.
It's unrelated, just guess. What do you think happened?
What happened to the dentist that came off the mountains
If that's what you believe, then just speak your truth.
and went to Lurch? What was it called?
Lurch.
To save his brother?
Yeah.
Okay, I was kind of following.
The foolish
Um,
one, yeah.
Did the brother got captured?
Yeah, by the teeth
Oh,
cult.
no,
I mean,
okay.
dentist.
Completely his fault. He probably died.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty short, but it's a take.
You asked me for my opinion.
The dentist, they force-fed the teeth of all of their victims to the older one, whose name
Oh,
sounded
yeah,
like
that's good.
dentist.
That sounds like something
Dentus.
dentists would do.
Why are we force feeding teeth?
I don't know. You all helped create this story. Let's
Well,
put some
they're
ownership
evil-
back on you all.
Well, we established
Evil
that they
dentist
steal the
cult.
teeth from the living, and what are they going to do with all those teeth? I don't know. Maybe they. Oh no!
Offer them to
They fed
gods
them-
that like teeth?
yes.
No, they fed them to Darius to force Dentus's hand because he didn't like seeing his brother be force-fed a bunch of teeth.
Let's stop feeding people teeth.
I hate to tell you
Yeah,
all
guys,
this.
it's kind of a messed up story.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you all just told the second half of the story. I'm just a vehicle, a vessel, if you will, for narrative exposition. But I must apologize. Evie, I like yours the best. That's exactly what happened in this story.
What?
In fact, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. But, I mean, dims to breaks, Rindo. That's just how it is. So they took all the teeth, and they were attempting to feed all of the teeth into young Dentus. And this is exactly whenever Dentist without the T, Dentus, arrived. And he said,
See, you're confusing me because
Stop.
you're calling him dentist to
yeah,
start.
but I'm just trying to
He
clarify.
just said stop.
Yeah, he said, wait, don't, stop, please.
Don't-
It
Wait,
said,
he
don't,
said
don't
don't
stop.
No,
Don't
there was,
stop.
There was periods, all of them. Yeah. Or separate sentences entirely. See, this is why you got to read the book. Some things are better in oration styles. Other things you should probably just read.
This is written down.
Yeah, somewhere. I think I wrote it down. I think I have it somewhere in my shop.
Right.
Right. So as I was saying, Dentus arrives and he says very heroically, don't. And you know what they did? Well, they beat the shit out of him. Like it was relentless. Like I'm talking like a real ass beating.
This took a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind
Ass
of
beating
story
always
is
does.
this?
It's grim dark. That's what I said at the beginning.
You did. So his skin no longer beautiful and sparkly.
Yeah, I mean, it was temporary. I mean, like, you knew it was still really good skin. Like, he probably had a remarkable skincare routine, but on the surface, it was pretty messed up. So, yeah, let me get back on track. So, needless to say, Dentus had arrived, attempted to stop everything that was happening with Darius, and everybody had been fed teeth, and it was pretty rough and pretty bad. And Dentus had the ass beating of a lifetime. The fuck's happening?
I just rolled an insight check for Evie. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and this went on for a couple of weeks. They say, some people think it was just a couple of days, some people think it was a couple of months. Every retelling's a little bit different as to what actually happened. But needless to say, our protagonist, the hero of this tale, virtuous, beautiful hero, really kind, thoughtful as well, really stuck to his guns on principle, morals, ethics, really didn't make a lot of bad decisions. He had pretty good posture
Except for
as well.
telling the people to stop.
Yeah, but it was a good decision. He wouldn't regret it. Well, he worked and he worked and he worked, and he was able to find a way to escape and get out of the cells that they were being kept in. So, you would think it's a happy ending, right? I'm going to stop you right there.
Well-
That is not what happened whatsoever.
You didn't even give us a chance to
Stop.
answer.
Don't.
What about the brother?
Wait.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. Well,
No, there-
I want to ask.
We've
Yeah,
gone over this.
what about the? Okay, the brother.
All right. Which one? Which one? The one who's not a dentist or the one that's young and foolish?
Well, neither of
young
them are
and
dentists, I
foolish.
thought.
The young and
Darius.
foolish. Yes, thank you. Thank you so
So
much
the
for
young
using
and
the
foolish one
appropriate name.
is a dentist.
The young and foolish one is not a dentist, yet he had been fed many teeth. But I do not believe that is related to the status of dentist.
Okay,
Well-
wait, so the older one
Yeah,
Just-
Darius.
found out a way. No,
The dentist. Yeah,
The
dentist, of
yeah.
course.
that one found a way to escape, left without his brother, just left him there.
Well, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Just for the first time, it gets a little bit complicated. There's a couple of pages that look like they've been intentionally removed from the story. Like whoever was writing it, it was just like too dark or emotional, or they just like didn't want to go back there. But it seems like there was some dramatic change from like part 1 of the story to like part 2 of the story. So Dentus finds a way to break out, gets Darius out to there with almost the entire contingency of the air. Flame elementals. And Dentus stays back, fighting off all these goddamn dentists that were chasing after and attempting to fight them, hurling their dark teeth hither and thither. And he let his younger brother escape. But by that point, he received the second worst ass beating of his entire life. And he'd consumed so many teeth that he thought that if he went back home, the people wouldn't like him anymore, that he was ruined or spoiled. Before you say
All right,
anything,
hold-
before you say anything, let me just say this.
There's
Would you care
big
about someone?
flaw in that?
Would you care about someone who'd consumed copious amounts of teeth? I mean, just answer me yes or no.
Yes.
Yes or no.
I mean, yeah.
Here's the problem with that, guys.
100%.
If Dentus
That's
rescued Darius so that he could escape after Darius had consumed so many teeth, then that's a moot point. Because if he cares about Darius enough to get Darius full of teeth back to the fire elemental conclave, then Dentus would know that his own being full of teeth wouldn't matter to the fire elemental conclave.
It's hard,
Or
it's
he's
hard
a
to say.
Wait,
It's hard to
Yeah,
say.
that's
Teeth
so-
math isn't an exact
No, Faye, I'm
science.
proud of you. That
no,
was
that's
actually very
a
insightful.
real good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got incisors.
Thanks, Mom.
you've got molars. They all got different mass and shit. I believe it's just hard to know the weight of one tooth compared to the weight of another tooth. I mean, maybe he just had a
I
couple
mean,
of
could
like
you
those little
just-
front baby teeth. It's hard to
You
say.
could just weigh it, and then you'd know the difference in weight from one tooth to another.
Yeah,
Why
well,
does
I guess.
eating teeth make you a bad
That was
person?
kind of a
I'm just-
biting remark, Rindo.
Well, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All I'm saying is that in the fight, nobody had a scale. There wasn't enough time to be measuring teeth, weighing anything. Whenever they got out there, I said, "Listen here." They said, "Stop it. Don't get out of here." There's no time to weigh teeth.
Don't get out of here.
Don't get out of here.
That's what he said to himself. You're right. That was a test, and you passed at that time. He said, "I don't get out of here." I mean, yeah. That's what he said. He said, "I don't get out of here, but you do, younger foolish brother, who's consumed a reasonable amount of teeth." And that's a true story, some say.
What was the moral?
You tell me. What did you all get out of that? This is the
Well, I
last part
think
of our
it's,
engagement piece.
I think he met a molar, like the back teeth.
No, you're right. I think we should all go around and say what lesson we took from this cautionary tale.
Oh, I got one.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
still
please.
chewing on it. Someone else go.
All right, that's pretty good. You're earning points back, boy.
When you're the oldest son and you are going to take up the mantle of the family, you just focus on that and do your fucking work.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
got one.
That's pretty good, actually. You really listened. I really like that. Okay, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rindo, go ahead.
You're shit at telling stories, mate.
Okay. It seems like you missed a couple of things in the story. So I'd be
No, I
more than
think
happy
I-
to tell you
think I got
again later tonight.
All right, I think I've got one.
Oh, I've got one too.
Well, let me. I think that at several points in the story, if the different protagonists, if Dentus and Darius and maybe even the dentists and the hyenas, I don't really remember what that was
There
about.
was just one. There was just one hyena, just for the record.
The evil air elementals and the fire elementals.
Yeah, like
If
in
they
that
had
one
all-
instance they were evil.
Understood. If they had all just taken the time to speak with one another, they might have been able to sort out their issues before anything so terrible happened.
I mean, it's a
There was
valid
so little
argument.
communication.
It's a valid argument, but listen here. Here's a real life example for you. I've been telling this story for like 25 minutes, and the story was only supposed to be like a 10-minute story, right? And this was just about teeth and shit. So, I'm just saying that maybe communication isn't always super smooth and easy. And I'm just gonna put this back on you. It seems like you read a lot of books, but have you ever tried communicating and arguing with people that feed teeth to other people? Because they're very hard to talk to.
It's possible I lost something in translation. It just seems like there could have been more efforts at diplomacy before resorting to violence.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. I mean, he should have told him that.
Right, so here's my thought, Mr. Geist. I'm still thinking about the whole younger brother was full of teeth and sent back anyway, and older brother had some teeth in him and was like, no, I can't. It seems to me that the moral of the story is that we can't dwell on, we can't let our own mistakes drown us in guilt and shame and cause us not to talk to other people or reach out when we need help. That even though we extend that courtesy to others, it's so easy for us to shame ourselves into silence. But the moral of the story is not to do that, because if this protagonist, Dentus, had chosen not to do that, then, I don't know, maybe he'd be home with Darius and the rest of the fire elementals in their beautiful skin today, even as we speak.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stay after with Rindo as well. Seems like you missed a couple of beats there.
Oh.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that main character, skin killer, not dentist guy, seems weirdly, nobly self-sacrificing and shit. Kind of like you guys.
Yeah. But he didn't have any horn. Remember that at the beginning? Where I said that was like really important? Like he definitely had 0 horns. So,
But he had the same eyes as you.
I mean, he's pretty lucky if you ask me.
I'd say so.
Okay,
Nope.
Yes, this one gets it. The small one gets it. All right, well, I'd be more than happy to tell you some more stories or some more tales. I mean, we've got like a really long time on this train.
I have a tail.
I know that's pretty damn good.
No, I literally have a tail. I'll hold this tail up to be seen by the class.
Tell us about it.
I've had it my whole life, and I kind of forget it's there. Sometimes I sit on it, and it hurts.
Yeah.
But it's mine.
A cautionary
And I
tale
have 2 horns.
about how it's important to always look back to make sure that we know what's behind us. Good lesson, Rendo. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's exactly what I meant by that. Mm-hmm.
Well, you have
Yeah,
a tail, and if
cautionary.
you forget about it, you have to look backwards to make sure you remember that it's there. Otherwise, you'll sit on it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And
Yes, I understand that.
it hurts when you sit on it.
I like
This is
this.
gonna be a long train ride.
Well, I'd be more than happy to transcribe some of my other stories if it'd be easier for you all to consume.
Like the teeth, because consuming the teeth.
That's good.
Happy holidays, happy holidays. Y.102.Dirge.
Nix was dead to begin with. There was no doubt whatever about that. The register of her burial was signed by the clergywoman of Pakash, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Sweet Nix was dead as the tree above her grave. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story we are going to relate. Geist knew she was dead. Of course he did. How could it be otherwise? Geist and her were friends for I don't know how long. Geist never painted out Nix's name where it stood. In his mind's eye, Geist and Nix.
Happy holidays, happy holidays. Y.102.Dirge.
Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Mythcraft the podcast, The Ties That Bind. Just wanted to wish you all the happiest of holidays and a very safe and healthy new year. Don't do anything Nia wouldn't do.
Hey there, everybody. This is Roger wishing you happy holidays from Columbus, Ohio. Wherever you are, somewhere in the United States or across the world, I just want to say thank you for being a fan and stick around because there are so many more stories left to tell.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for spending your year listening to us here at Mythcraft the podcast. I hope whatever holiday you celebrate, that it's a happy one.
From your MC and the whole cast of NPCs, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's been a long and difficult year. Hope everyone has a happy holiday. Merry bloody Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everyone. No, I'm not changing out of me prison jumper, not even for this, but Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I know it was you, Nia. I know you stole those presents from them kids. I know that you were the one who stole Christmas. Everyone else, though, have a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. I am sure it's going to bring great things for each and every one of us. That is a promise. Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year. Coming off the campaign trail to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Hello, you were just waiting for me to show up, I know it. Lovely to see all of you again. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I've never been good at holiday festivities, but I hope that each of you are able to celebrate in your own special ways.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us through everything, the highs and lows, the excitement, the craziness that has been this entire year of Quasi-Real Publishing and Mythcraft the Podcast. We cannot thank you enough. I hope all of you have a great winter holiday, however you celebrate. And I found this really cool track that I want to send everybody out on because it's just my vibe today.
Of the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear word of good cheer from everywhere, feel in the air. Oh, and the bell raising their sound, or in their telling their tale. Feeling real well, people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they sang on without end, Dirge over town to every hour. Hark of the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the